I'm not losing my mind. I'm not losing my mind. How's it going, everybody? I'm the Crispy Critic, and today has been terrible. Fucking awful day. Found out my ex is dating somebody else. It's dope. It's so good. I like knowing about that. I like the fact that I found out. And we're reviewing a movie today. I'm reviewing Train to Busan. Busan? Is it Busan? I don't know. How about the movie? Well, how about my ex? She's probably fucking this guy too. Train to Busan is an apocalyptic zombie horror movie. The beginning especially is just a masterclass in apocalyptic horror. Before we get there, let's talk about the plot. Sorry if I mess up some pronunciations here. Seok-woo is a workaholic father who's estranged from his daughter Soo-an. One who spent so long buying his daughter's love that he's forgotten to earn it. And he agrees to take her by train to Seoul to live with her mother. So they board the train, and just before the doors close, this lady who is looking like she's having as bad a fucking day as I am. It's almost like she just found out that her ex is dating somebody else. Boards the train, seizes up, and bites the first motherfucker who comes by to check on her. Lo and behold, virus spreads throughout the train, and shit gets real. I mean, this movie starts at 100 and does not let up. Through its 2-hour running time, it flirts with horror. It never quite gets there. It flirts with horror in the way that my ex might flirt with somebody new. Perhaps. Maybe it flirts like that. Maybe it fucks with horror, like my ex perhaps fucks with that guy. Fucking ex is dating somebody else, dude. It's been like a month since we stopped talking, so she moved quickly. Oh man. It's more action than horror, but the action sequences are so propulsive that it really doesn't matter at all. Director Yeon does not have a lot of space to work with on this small passenger train, but what he does with it is pretty awesome. I mean, every action scene, despite taking place in more or less identical train cars, become very distinctive. I can distinctly recall every single action scene that took place in that movie. Since Train to Busan establishes its characters very early on, it spends the rest of its running time establishing parallels between them. So Sang-hwa, a character in the movie, is assumed to be father. He's very burly, is the closest parallel to Seok-woo. Sang-hwa, even though he's not a father yet, proves to be far more paternal than Seok-woo ever was. And when you get down to it, Seok-woo's character is not really that sympathetic at all. He's kind of a piece of shit. His relationship with his daughter is the emotional through line. But the weird thing is, it nearly kills the movie. There's this climactic sequence near the end where, without ever having done it before, the movie utilizes a set of flashbacks. And it is so maudlin and sentimental. I mean, when I saw it, I was like, really? What's even worse about it is that there is a scene directly after that does everything the flashbacks meant to do, only better. So that whole flashback sequence is completely extraneous and ends up feeling useless. It's like you wasted my time with this overbearing music trying to get me to feel a certain way when all you needed to do was to show that last shot. But Train to Busan at its heart is a rip-roaring action adventure. It is a lot of fun. It has good characters, it's long on thrills, short on chills, and that's not a bad thing because the action sequences raise it to another level. So Train to Busan, I'd give a 4 out of 5. If it weren't for that climactic moment at the end, I think I would have bumped it up to a 5, but that shit was just so emotionally manipulative that I just hated it. It was like suddenly I was watching a soap opera, and it was like, don't tell me how to feel. Fuck you, don't tell me how to feel. Just like the fact that my ex is dating somebody else shouldn't dictate in any way how I feel, but I'm still feeling like I want to fucking, you know what I mean? I just want to choke the life out of somebody. Dude, there are some thoughts going through my head. Some thoughts going through my fucking head. She's dating somebody else already. So thank you everybody for watching this review of Train to Busan. I am the Crispy Critic, and hopefully tomorrow is better.